All right, everybody. Scott Pierce here at Listings to Leads. Welcome to the call. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late. Alfonso, Lisa Jackson, good to see you both and everybody else that's with us. So we've got a lot to cover today. So I'm going to jump at it here. And if you got any questions, by all means, make sure to put them into the chat so I can address them with you. And so let me actually just do this. And boom, I'm going to drop that in there. So if you want to log into your account and do this with me, if you're not a client, get yourself a free trial, right? Get yourself into here and let's go ahead and log in, be on the dashboard. And so for cash offer, which is really what we're talking about today, I'm going to be covering a number of different things. So one is how to include a cash offer in any kind of seller ad. So you might have a pending listing, a just sold listing. You might do an ad for a seller PDF guide. You might do an ad for free home values. You might do an ad for cash offer. And in the Facebook lead ad, we've got the question that you can ask, would you like a cash offer on your home? We got a couple of different versions of that, which I'm going to walk you through, which is really powerful because that way, again, when you're marketing a just sold listing, all right, and they want to get more information about a just sold listing, typically that's going to be a seller lead. And what a phenomenal time to just ask, hey, would you like a cash offer on your home? And that can be actually in the Facebook lead form. And I'm going to be showing you that today as well. I'm also going to show you how to use your own, you may have a cash offer landing page. So you may have a landing page already for a cash offer through your company, something you've just got on your own. So I'm going to show you how to run ads using Facebook and Google, using our platform, but using your custom page. We've also got iBuyer landing pages as well. So I'm going to show you how to create one and use that. And then lastly, we've got a cash offer PDF guide, and it is phenomenal. We got an e-flyer you can add to your CRM, like for a seller campaign, send it as an email blast to your database. And I really recommend you do that once a month. All right. Once a month, send the email that I'm going to show you here a little bit later to your database. All right. Let them know that you can give them a cash offer. You may be one of those where you got like there's some platforms, for example, where you can get 4 cash offers, right? So you could offer your database the ability to get 4 cash offers or whatever it is. So we're going to walk through that as well. So there is a lot that we're going to be covering here today. So first things, who here has a pending or a sold listing in the last few months? I'll tell you one of the things we did yesterday or a couple of days ago, we interviewed our client, Leo. He had 10 listings in 10 weeks using our system and then his follow-up. And he said, he goes, I spend $100 for every sold listing to really promote that. And so if any of you with me or watching this have a pending or a sold listing, so Lisa, check this out. It's super easy. All right. Now, if you need help getting that listing into your account, let our support team know. But I've got a couple, and this is for just sold selling agent. So if you were the selling agent, meaning you represented the buyer, you can do the exact same thing. So check this out. So any pending, any sold listing, I'm going to click market listing, Facebook ad, and then the work area is going to come up. And of course I can edit everything in here at once. I can edit the text. I can edit the image. I got location. So, don't add especially for pending and sold, never add any more locations. Leave it as is. All right. Leave the radius, lifetime budget. I'm going to go to 100. Now here's where the magic is. Under advanced options, super easy. I promise you, open it up, click create new form, and then form questions. And I'll show that again a little bit later, but now check these questions out. So we got name, email, and phone number. That's standard. And it says, what is your time frame to sell? All right, now I'm going to turn that off just because I'm going to scroll down. So all of these questions you can turn on or off. So for example, get your home's value and instant cash offer. Would you sell in the next 1 to 3 months if you got the right price? I like that one. Similar, without saying it exactly, check your home's value and selling options. No obligation. Here's another good one. What is your magic number for your home? No obligation. For example, we've got 3 different funnel types in our school classroom for pending and sold. So when I got a pending or sold listing, the 3 funnel types are 123 Main Street just sold, nearby home values have changed. Click below to get your updated home value. That's funnel number 1. Funnel number 2 is 123 Main Street just sold. We still got 25 buyers looking for a home in the neighborhood. If you're thinking about selling and you've got like a 3-2, please click below. The third one is we just sold 123 Main Street, our 100-point home marketing plan, got 4,600 views for this property versus 800 views on Zillow. If you're thinking about selling your home, get a copy of our 100-point home marketing plan. So 3 different ways to market a pending, to market a sold listing. And so that's where the magic number comes from. So I'm just going to scroll back up though. So we got, would you sell in the next 1 to 3 months? Get a cash offer. And I'm going to just select, see how my 100-point home marketing plan works. I'm going to click create form. And now those 3 questions will be answered by the lead, and then they'll go to the name, email, and phone number on the lead form. So once I do that, click advanced options, just close it, create ad. Like literally that easy. All right. Literally that easy. We'll come back to that in a few minutes and we'll take a look at that actually online. I'll show you what that looks like live. All right. So any questions on that? Because that right there, I tell you, that right there is so powerful. In fact, let's look at a previous one and let's see, because I may have done a cash offer on that one. Let's take a look at it. I'll go show ad. So you can always do this with the ads in your account too. And just scroll down, usually it's like 3 or 4, like right there. And yeah, so see how these 3 questions are right here? So what is your time frame to sell? Would you sell in the next 1 to 3 months if you got the right price? Maybe. And then see how my 100-point home marketing plan works for your home. Yes. So now in the ad I just did, the questions, I added the other question of get your home value and instant cash offer, right? So in that new ad, when that goes live, it'll have that other question in there. So this is a really powerful way to generate great cash offer leads, because typically a pending listing is going to average around anywhere from $7 to $9 per lead, name, email, phone number, plus the answers to those 3 questions. Seller just sold around $12. Home values come in at about 20. Straight up cash offer can be anywhere from 15 to 25. So I like to combine the cash offer question in a pending listing ad or a just sold listing ad. Because it's almost like a twofer, right? They see the fact that I got a home sold, right? I got a home pending, and that's pretty powerful because that is my success as an agent. Whether you're the listing agent or the selling agent, when I'm promoting that I've got a listing in contract, when I've got a listing that is sold, that makes me look really good because that's what homeowners want. Homeowners don't hire you, right? They don't hire you to market the home, right? They hire you to get it sold. Talking about your marketing as like a standalone thing is great, but when you contextualize your marketing with the fact that you got a home into contract, that you got a home sold, all right, that's where the real proof is. That's where the real power is. And then you layer like what we just did. Oh, would you like a cash offer? No obligation, right? Would you just like take a look at one? Now they see that we got a home sold. They see we got a home in a contract. They see we got a powerful marketing plan. and they're able to feel a lot more confident and more comfortable with us and go, yeah, you know what? This is the kind of person I want to associate and deal with. She's not just some random person, right? Offering cash offers like an investor who's going to lowball me and give me a lowball cash offer. No, you are a local real estate agent who's got a plan and options for people. And I think that's one of the most powerful things out there. All right. So hopefully all that made sense. So you can do the exact same thing for pending, for just sold, and so on. All right. Let me show you. Let's walk through a couple of ads. So these are currently live right now. So these are all just screenshots. So we're going to take a look at this is a for the PDF guide. So this is running the cash offer PDF guide. Should you sell your home fast for cash? In fact, I'll make this a little bigger so you can see it. Download our free report and discover all the helpful information. All right. So this is an ad. You click it and it goes to the cash offer PDF guide that we've got in listings to leads. This client has spent over $6,000 on this ad, and they're averaging $11.59 per lead. Can you imagine 6,000 bucks? What does that tell you? That tells me that they're making money. They're making money. I think it's like 500 and some odd leads. Now, I hate to be the kind of person that says one deal pays for it, but it's true. And if you got 500 leads and you've been running this now for a couple of months, they are probably 20 to 1, at least 10 to 1, all right, on their ROI on this. And so if you want to take a screenshot, you can take a screenshot of this and then you can throw it into Chat GPT, say, just give me the plain text. And you could use very similar or the same text. And then it looks like what they did for the image. Now that's a image that they came up with is they just went to maybe the MLS or another program, and that's their geographical area. I think it's in Louisiana. It looks like the Baton Rouge. I can't really see it, but yeah, it looks like that kind of New Orleans area maybe. And they had the plotted of all the different homes for sale, or maybe that's sold homes, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But so for a lot of us, this image won't make any sense. But if you live in that area, you're going to recognize, oh yeah, that's where we live. So that's $11.59. You know what? Let's go do that ad. Let's go replicate that ad. So we're going to go PDF guides. And you could even use a custom PDF guide. You could do this with a custom PDF guide as well. I'll point you in the right direction on that one after we just use the guide that Listings to Leads has for you. So go to PDF guides. That's going to come up. And I'm just going to type in fast, or say just cash. Select seller guide. And there we go. Should you sell your home fast for cash? Click marketing tools. It's going to put me right at Facebook and Instagram ads. And so again, I can just swap out this image right here for the image that you saw in the previous one. Location, 15-mile radius, lifetime budget, minimum really is 15 bucks a day. So 15 times 7 is 105, I think. Don't hold me to it. And here's the cool thing. Here's what the other people did. That last ad that we saw. If you have an ad that's doing well, you can always extend it by clicking edit and go down to audience, which I'll show you. And if you've got a great ad that's performing really well, just extend it. Just you can extend it a week at a time. You could, if it's running really well and you're comfortable with it, extend it for 2 weeks. I don't like to extend it for too long just because I want to keep tabs on it. And what will happen is Listings to Leads will actually send you an email the day before it's going to end. And then, or I can just check it every couple of days, make sure my cost per lead is good. And if it gets out of whack, I can turn it off. And if it's doing well, I can just let it keep running. So start and end date. I can change the image. So they uploaded a custom image. which is easy to do with listings to leads. Just click upload and find whatever image you want that you've got to upload. And so again, they had a map image. I'm just going to use that one just to show you that it changes. All right. And if you want to retarget or custom audience, you can totally do that. I would not do that. All right. In fact, I would uncheck retargeting, because now, if I wanted to do my database, let's say, for example, I got a database, I upload it as a custom audience. And then I've got, for example, let's say Espresso Agent, My Plus Leads, RedX. I download the neighborhood, right? 2,000 people from my area, homeowners, and I upload that as a custom audience. You can run this ad to them as well. You could do it for $2 to $3 a day, but that's going to be more of a kind of a branding / percolating ad to stay in front of these people. You'll generate some leads, but that would be a separate ad in addition to an ad to a cold audience. All right. Now, again, you can retarget. There's a lot of coaches. There's a lot of people out there that will say, yeah, retarget, custom audiences. So easy. You just click retarget, type in your custom audience. All right. Boom. Now I can target to my custom audience. But like I said, I'm going to leave this one open. And again, I'm going to click advanced options, create new form. So I want to add that question. Remember, I want to add that question to the lead form. So again, name, email, and phone number. What's your time frame to sell? Again, I might turn that one off. And as I scroll down, I might do curious what your home would sell for right now. Or I'm going to leave that one. I'm going to do get your home value cash offer. Would you sell in the next 1 to 3 months if you got the right price? And I might come down here and try that 100-point home marketing plan again. I like that because I've actually had people do really well with that. Because now, if somebody says, I'll tell you what, let's take a look. So here's what that lead form is going to look like. So they're going to click your ad, and then they're going to see these 3 questions. So it'll say, get your home value and instant cash offer. It'll either say yes or no. Would you sell in the next 1 to 3 months if you got the right price? All right. Yes, maybe. No. And then see how my 100+ point home marketing plan works for your home. Yes, customized for my home. No. Now, do you understand? And let me know, do you understand how to follow up if they say yes to either 1, 2, or 3 of these questions? Because if they say yes to any one of these 3 questions, especially if they say yes to 2 or 3 of them, your follow-up is going to be 2 to 3x times greater if you refer to the question and their affirmation for it. So for example, if they say, yes, I would like to get an instant cash offer in my home value. Boom. Now, when I follow up with them, I'm going to find out, hey, thank you for requesting my PDF guide, or don't say PDF. Thank you for requesting my guide on selling your home for cash to get a cash offer. I saw that you would like to get one. What is your property address? 123 Main Street. Okay, great. Have you done any additions or upgrades or anything about the home that I should know about before submitting a cash offer on your behalf, or getting a cash offer to you, so that we can make sure that we get the best offer possible? Oh yeah, we upgraded the kitchen and the property records show it as 3,500 square feet, but it's really 4,000 square feet, whatever. But now you are engaged with them. What if they say yes to would you sell in the next 1 to 3 months if you got the right price? What would you say to that one? And people do. I see anywhere from 10 to 30% of people saying yes to that. I'm going to say, great. What price are you looking for? I don't even care what your home address is. All I want to hear first is, what number are you thinking? Oh, I'm thinking $800,000. Okay, great. $800,000. What's the property address? 123 Main Street. Awesome. When do you have 5 minutes for me to come over to take a quick look at it to see if it's something that one of my buyers might pay $800,000 for? At this point, I'm not making any judgments. I'm not overthinking it. All I want to do is get to the property, understand what their motivation is. All right. And then lastly, see how my 100-point home marketing plan works for your home. If they say yes to that one, then I'm going to call them and find out. Excellent. What's your, no, if it's a combination of it, then you're going to even be better off. But if it's my 100-point home marketing plan, and especially if they say yes, customized for my home, which people do, you're going to call them up again. Thank you for requesting my 100-point home marketing plan. What's the property address? And I will customize it for you so that you can see exactly how this plan works for getting homes sold in the Roseville area. All right, get the home address. And again, you might just ask them, are you thinking about selling at some point in the next year? Find out what they're thinking about. At this point, all I really want to do is get them my marketing plan. All right. I don't want to cut myself off at the pass. All right. Because once I get this, my marketing plan to them, I'm going to have a much greater opportunity to close them. So do you guys see how powerful these questions are and how they will shape your follow-up? And when you get your lead notifications on all of these, it will tell you name, Scott Pierce, email, scott@listings2leads.com. Phone number, 888-508-2322, whatever. I don't even know what our phone number is. And then it's going to say, it'll list the question, get your home value and instant cash offer options. Yes. Would you sell in the next 1 to 3 months if you got the right price? Maybe. See how my 100+ point home marketing plan works for your home? Yes, customized for my home. So you're going to have all of this information going to your CRM in your lead notification that you get from us, and it will drop into the lead record in listings to leads. All right. Everybody get that? Type in yes if you get that, because the ability to customize these questions is one of the most powerful things out there. And the beautiful thing is, right, create new form. Let's continue on. Close advanced options. I don't need it anymore. And I'm just going to put sample text. But again, just grab the text from that ad from before, throw it into ChatGPT, get your custom or get plain text to say, give me the plain text for this. And boom, we're good to go. That'll be live in 10 to 15 minutes. Now, while we're here, we've got Google ads. Now, keep in mind, we got the landing page, which we're going to get to next. So it's like the iBuyer landing page. This is the iBuyer/cash offer guide. So there's two distinct tools in addition to being able to ask that question on any kind of ad. So we got a Google ad. So I can run this on Google. And I tell you, people have done really well. I've talked to people, they'll do Google $15 a day and get deals. All right. It says 50, but you can do 15 a day. For Google, is it running for a week? Yeah. All right. So they'll go for a week, but I can extend that to 2 weeks. I can extend it for however long I want. We got the advanced options in there, and then boom, create ad. Our Google platform is one of the easiest out there. I would do a social media post. So I would do a social media post, and I'll show you an example of what one looks like. Free guide, people click that, or they just click here and they go right to the landing page. So again, this is for the PDF guide, not for the landing page. And that was just a custom image. I was playing around with it. So I would do that today. And again, I can customize the text, change the image. In fact, I'm going to change the image back. So I'm going to go media L to L. And I'm going to do get more of a typical image for a cash offer. And again, that can be a custom image from chat. That could be the same image that I use in the ad, right? I can go create, like, for example, if I want to do that really cool map with the dots representing either sold homes or homes for sale, whatever, that I could use that image right here as well. Right. So get that up to get that on Google and LinkedIn, X. Instagram, Facebook. We have a short form video script. So if you are doing TikTok, Instagram Reels, I would do this every week. This is something that I would do every single week. All right. Now, depending on your posting schedule, but assuming you're posting at least once a day, every week or two, I would do this one. Because again, everybody in your area, they're only going to be interested in a cash offer when they're interested in a cash offer. If you think about the fact that 5 to 10% of your database is going to sell every year, then that means 1 to 2% a month are coming online as far as thinking about selling. And we don't know when that is, right? It's just a crapshoot. So you just got to assume it's going to be like a steady flow. Every month, there's going to be new people that are going to be thinking in their head, oh, we might start thinking about selling this year, or something comes up, we need to sell, or something changes in their life. They get a job, they get a new job. Their kid graduated from college and moves to another state and they want to be, or they have grandkids and now they want to be close to the grandkids. Things are always happening in the lives of people in your area. So I don't want to just make a cash offer once in a blue moon. I want it to be a regular thing as one of my offerings that I can make to my audience. And offering a straight up cash offer, we're going to do that one next. But offering information, the pros and cons of a cash offer is a great way to go at it as well. So we got the ad, Facebook ad, Google ad, social media post, doing short form video, and then sending an e-flyer to our database. This is something I would send to my database once a month. All right. I would send, this is one of the kind of rotating ones, right? Every single month, I would send this out to my database. Come in here. You can send it through listings to leads. You can also add this to a campaign. So if you got seller campaigns, you may have a cash offer campaign in Lofty, in Follow Up Boss. You may just have a seller campaign, a general one. You may do an email blast to all the seller leads in your database. It doesn't matter. You can use this for all of it. So what you can do is either just click in here and either copy it, go to your CRM, and I'll pretend, oh, I didn't want to do that, but I'm going to go create email blast, or I could add it to a campaign. The pros, cons of cash offers. So I'm just simulating the idea of going to an email blast or adding to a campaign in my CRM, right? So you're going to be at your text editor, however that looks in your CRM, and you can just paste it in there. And again, this could be an email blast. This could be added to a campaign, right? I would save it. Now, if it's part of a campaign, add it to a campaign. Save it as a template. Send a test email. Always send a test email first, and then get that out the door. Get that to all those people in your area. I mean, in your database. All right. So again, either it's part of a campaign or just something that you're going to send out every month or two. We have a database call script. So I don't know that I'd necessarily call my database on cash offers straight up, but we do database call scripts for everything. That might be something I mention if I'm talking to somebody, but I don't know that I'm going to call through my database with a straight up cash offer being the reason why I'm calling. We've also got print flyers. Now, this could be something, who here has an open house this weekend? Because if you do, printing up, whether it's this one or another one, all right, so every PDF guide has a print flyer similar to this. And let me show, if I just download either JPEG or PDF, and you're going to see there, boom. And so this is a phenomenal idea. So what you're going to do is you're going to buy these acrylic flyer holders, and Amazon, they're pretty cheap. And that way people, and you're going to put them at your open house, spread them through the open house, one in the kitchen, one in the backyard, one in the living room, one in the primary. All right. Boom. Look at that. and then they can download the guide right from there. And so these are really powerful because what's going to happen is if you have them at your open house, and again, we got 5 dangers of overpricing your home, the ultimate guide to selling your home. Doesn't have to be this one in particular, it can be whatever you think is most appropriate. But I would pick 2 or 3 guides for sellers, 2 or 3 for buyers, and then put them in your open house kit. All right, your open house box, whatever you've got, but put it with all your open house stuff. And so that way, every time you got an open house, you're going to have these with you. And it's really powerful because when people stop and they're going to look at it, sometimes they'll pull out their phone and actually scan it, but sometimes it just creates a conversation where you can say, if you'd like to download my guide on cash offers, right? The pros and cons of them, feel free to scan that. Or if you like, I can just send it to you via email or text. And then they say, oh, no, that's okay. We're just thinking, oh, do you live in the area? Yeah, we live around the corner. Oh, are you thinking about selling in the next year? Or are you just looking at your options? Oh, we're just looking at our options. But you see what happens? A conversation is now started where before you didn't have a conversation. So what we're trying to do at an open house is we are trying to set up as many conversation opportunities as possible. And that's why if you're in the mastermind group, you saw I posted, make sure you got this printed up for your open house. Make sure you got your 100-point home marketing plan printed, because when you have that at your open house, that also creates a lot of great conversations. All right. And then last here for the PDF guide are the postcards and door hangers. And what I would do on the postcard, in fact, let me go jumbo. We got EDDM. So you can pick your battle, pick your poison, pick your pleasure, whichever one of these things you think might be most appropriate. And what I would do is I would use a service. Thanks, IO, maybe. Mailbox Power. I know. That's the back. I want the front. Beautiful. So here's a power tip, complete power, pro tip, power tip, whatever you want to call it. If you use a service like Thanks IO, I believe, Mailbox Power, I know for sure, you can use a dynamic image of the home and a dynamic QR code so that when people get this card, they're going to see their home in that spot where is the neighborhood right now. So they're going to see their home there instead of just like a generic picture. And that is so powerful. And then they're also going to see, they're going to have the QR code that is dynamic. So if they scan the QR code, you're going to get notified right away and you'll have their name, email, and phone number, and you'll be able to follow up with them even if they don't download it. These are phenomenal postcards. And here is the back of it. And what's awesome about the back of it is it says, this is just all default. Nearby home sales affect your home's value. And it invites them to go to the link below or text that number. And if they text the number 182-141 to the 888 number, it's going to trip off an automated conversation. And so they text it, you got their phone number, and then it's going to say, thank you for requesting your home value. Please, what is the address of the home? They put in their address. Now you got address and phone number. Then it's going to, I believe it asks if they want it via mail or email. And then they're going to 9 times out of 10 put in their email. And then I believe it asks for their name after that. So that text thing is really cool. That text is really powerful. All right. So that is the PDF guide. And they didn't even say you can download this in English and Spanish. So that guide is available in English and Spanish. So download the guide. I don't speak Spanish, so it won't be any good for me to download it in Spanish, but and it's all branded to you. Your colors, your logos, everything is in here. You're good to go. All right. Now, let me show you the landing page. So let's go landing pages. And then I'm going to show you how to use your own landing page. Because again, some of you may have a landing page that you want to use, right? From another service. Like, for example, I can't even think off the top of my head, but I know there's some cash offer like platforms out there. So you could use their landing page in our system, no problem. So I'm going to go, in fact, everyone's got one. It's right here, iBuyer. So along the top, you've got free home values, down payment assistance, new construction. These are all default, iBuyer. And you got all the next row are all defaults as well, price reduced and so on. And so I'm just going to click on iBuyer, click marketing tools. Now I can click edit. Everything on this landing page is editable. I'll tell you another really cool thing you can do here. Let me show you. For those of you that have your own landing page, check this out. Go edit, preferences, and redirect. And you can put your own landing page right here. And then that way, whether it's the ad, the post, the e-flyer, all these tools will just go right to your landing page, which is awesome. So check that out. I'm going to go marketing tools. In fact, let me click view first. Let me show you the landing page. Otherwise you're like, wait, what? So here's the landing page. And you can create as many of these as you want. So you can actually duplicate these landing pages for different areas. So I could have one for Roseville, Folsom, Loomis, Lincoln, Auburn, Placerville. Get a cash offer on your Placerville home, your Roseville home. I can change the background to an image, to a video, and people put in their home address. Boom, get your cash offer now. Take some, here, I'll show you 121 Tomlinson. Do you have a signed listing agreement? No. How soon are you looking to sell? More than 6 weeks. Condition of your home, average. And all of this is customizable. So I can cut any part of this, I can customize. And then name, email, phone number. And then it takes them to a page where it lets them know you're going to get them a home value, and it shows them current estimated home values. So very cool. And so under marketing tools, again, a Facebook ad. So now instead of going to the landing page, instead of going to a PDF guide about cash offers, this is where we're actually offering a cash offer. So again, Facebook lead ad, location, lifetime budget. I'm going to do 105 again, $15 a day minimum for seller. Start and end for 1 week. I can change image. That could be a video. If you're into doing video and you're comfortable doing video and you like to try to do a video of yourself where it's you making the offer. I can retarget again, of course, custom audiences like we talked about before. And again, I'm going to go add that question about a cash offer to the lead form. So I'm going to go advanced options, create new form, and then right there, form questions, full name, email, phone. What is your time frame to sell? Turn that off. And I'm going to do, let's see, home value cash offer. Would you sell in the next 1 to 3 months? I like that one because it gives me some motivation, because if they say yes to, that's pretty powerful. And then I'm going to do, see how AI can help you sell your home faster. Just whatever. Just to show you that there's over 20 different questions. And then once I have that done, just close, create ad. It's literally that easy. Now, I'm not going to go through every item in here in great detail, only because we did that with the guide, but I will again walk through. So again, Google Ads. All you got to do is type in location. Here you can actually reduce the budget. So I can say $20 a day, whatever. All right, create ad. I got a social media post. And again, this is something I would do every couple of weeks. Every couple of weeks, I'd come in here. Maybe I change the image, change the text up. And here's another tip. Take the text and drop it into Gemini, drop it into ChatGPT and just say, hey, Give me a version of this from my area in Auburn, California that speaks to people that, are empty nesters, right? And maybe every month or every couple of weeks, you redo it for a different demographic. Make sense? You're never compelled to use the default text that we have. And I think in that way, in fact, you could do that every week. Imagine, right? One week you do it for people maybe that are behind on payments. The next week you do it for empty nesters that don't want to deal with open houses and the whole selling process. Maybe the next week you do it for not out of area homeowners necessarily, but for people that, are landlords, like a tired landlord. Hey, if you're a tired landlord and you just want to get rid of your property and look at a cash offer, use ChatGPT and say, hey, what would the top demographics be for people in my area that might accept a cash offer? Does that make sense? So you might go into ChatGPT, do a little bit of research in your area and say, in the Auburn, California area, what are the top 4 groups, demographics, right? Characteristics of people in my area that might be open to looking at a cash offer, and then give me a social media post copy for each one of those groups. Does that make sense for everybody? Because the not only there's a few really powerful things about listings to leads. One is it's just the structure and the platform. So it's the ability to put out the content. The second thing is the default content is great, but it doesn't mean you can't come in here and easily just swap out the text and the image to something that now it allows you to recycle it a lot quicker. Because if I were to post the same thing every week, that would get really old and people would get really tired of looking at it. But if I come in here every week and I change it up to a different audience, then I've got a lot more ability to post it every single week, because I'm not talking to you every week. I'm talking to this group, and then it's this group, and then it's this group, and then it's this group. Those people are going to self-identify and go, "Oh, I'm behind on my payments. Yeah, I wouldn't mind looking at a cash offer." Or we're going through a divorce and things are very contentious, and we just want to get a cash offer and just get out of here, or whatever. So type in yes if that makes sense. Again, we got a video script, an e-flyer for your database. And again, this might be something similar to the guide. Maybe in March, I send out this email. April, I send out the one for the guide. I can either copy the code and paste it in, or like I did before, just copy that email, go to my CRM and send it out. Now, if you got seller leads and listings to leads, you can actually send it through listings to leads. Just click schedule or send now. And then I can, for example, here a schedule, and I can say, you know what, send this on Monday at 10 o'clock, 10:50, and send it to my seller list. Boom, schedule that to go out. And that's going to link. It's going to link right to the landing page. And again, I can change the image. I can change everything about it. And again, database call script. I'm not going to be calling through my database. Print flyer, similar to what we looked at before, if you need that for whatever reason. Again, postcard. Now, any edit I make to the image or the content on the landing page will come forward into the postcard. So whatever background image I'm using, whatever text I got on the left-hand side, that will update the postcard from the landing page. So major repairs, right? Someone's relocating, they have a vacant house. Those could all be groups in your area, right? Hey, if you're going through a divorce or bankruptcy and you need to sell your home fast for cash, go ahead and click below to get up to 4 cash offers for your home in the next 72 hours, right? Whatever that's going to look like. And the QR code automatically goes to the landing page. All right, we got embed code. You can take that embed code, create a custom page at your website. QR code, if you want to create your own custom postcard, door hanger, print flyer, whatever. Circle prospecting scripts, right? Again, for cash offer, I'm not going to be calling through. There's better things to call through than a cash offer for circle prospecting. But again, we offer it. Who knows what people want to do? So it's there. All right. Now, I think the last thing, or the next thing at least, I want to do is show you, for all of you who have a website for this, I'm just going to, what I mean is if you get your own custom landing page for cash offer, what you do is you got Google. I'm going to just do Facebook, and I'm going to do custom ad, and I might do cash offer Folsom. Now I can do it as a lead ad or traffic. The difference is going to be traffic is just going to go from Facebook right to the landing page. The lead ad goes from Facebook to that lead form we've been looking at, then to the landing page. I like that better because the Facebook lead form is it allows me to collect information very easily if you don't have it on your landing page. And B, at a minimum, I'm going to get name, email, and phone number more often than your landing page. But if you've got a landing page, you've been using it for a long time, and you just want to use traffic, that's great as well. And there's also video views. Again, if you're into doing video, that could be a great option as well. But and you can also do video with the lead ad. So it just depends on what your strategy is. But I'm going to do lead ad seller, create ad, and then just put your landing page. So I don't have a custom cash offer landing page. So I'll just use listings to leads to show you. So do that and hit fetch. And sometimes it'll auto-populate everything. Sometimes it won't. Either way, you can come in here, of course, and edit it. Edit it however you want. Again, headline, description. I'm going to do location, right? Your budget, again, 105, $15 a day. Go for 1 week. I can upload a custom image. I can use one of the ones from listings to leads, right? I'll just kind of pop that in there and again, I could even use video. So if I got my files video. So this could be a video where I'm talking about cash offers. And that'll cycle. It's taking a few seconds. There we go. So that'll cycle and that'll update in a few seconds. Again, create new form, just like we've been doing for every one of these ads. Name, email, and phone number. What's your time frame to sell? And I'm going to do get instant cash offer. I might turn that one off. And maybe I say, I'm going to put home marketing plan again. And you can even drag and drop these questions in different orders, which is very cool. Then we're going to wait a minute because that video is still going to populate. There we go. And then hit create ad. Now I've used, and that's what I was talking about before. I can use the listings to leads structure and platform to run ads to a custom landing page, a custom website, whatever I want. Okie doke. Any questions for me? Any questions that you got for me? Now, keep in mind, don't forget, just yesterday, somebody signed up and they go, yeah, I heard about you from so and then they didn't use the affiliate link. So don't forget your affiliate link. It's right there, affiliate link. All right. If you don't have it set up, I think you're going to put in like a PayPal email and then that's your affiliate link. And I'm going to do one more thing. Put in the post webinar satisfaction survey. You spent an hour with me. So I want to make sure that you are getting, right, the value. That's $150 you just paid. If you just spend an hour with me, you essentially just paid $150 because that's what your time is worth at a minimum. So I want to make sure that you got $150 worth for that time that you spent. Let me know in the webinar survey how we can make sure that we're delivering value, because again, your time is not for free, right? All of us have a very high value on our time. It's not $15 an hour, right? We're not doing this at $20 an hour. Sometimes it feels like it. Sometimes it might feel like it, but it's not. All right. Anything else from me? Lisa Jackson. Anybody else? Are we good? I'm sure someone's got a question. No, you would do that here. I'll see if I can show you here. Just, I got a couple of minutes. Give me 1 second. I got my other monitor up. I'm at Mailbox. So you would do that at a program like Mailbox Power or Thanks.io. So you're going to do that at the Postcard company. Not all of them have it. Some of them do. So jumbo, large. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. Now, I'm not going to be able to do it completely. Give your testing dynamic. Continue. I haven't done this. It's not hard. I just haven't done this in a while. Upload photos. Let's see. I should be able to find download PDF. So if I go back to listings to leads and I go to iBuyer, for Mailbox Power, you need the JPEGs, which we've got. So I'm just going to come back. And again, this could be for the guide. It could be for anything. I'm going to go jumbo, download JPEG. So you'll see that option front and back, download. Now, Mailbox Power, we actually got it broken out separately for Mailbox Power because they're just the way they are. So back here, there we go. All right. Now here, insert photos, dynamic images right there, dynamic images. And if I just click it, I think it pops contact right there. And, but I don't want it for the whole thing. So let me delete it. Let me go back. Let's see if we, so we got that. And let's see. I know you can add it to where, because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to add it like in to replace this, for example. Like on the other one, it's more up here. But I know you can add it as like a sub picture, like a picture on top of this. You may just have to ask their support because maybe I can just drag it. Maybe I can do this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But you got the idea. I'm not remembering. I'm not an expert on my plus leads or Mailbox Power, excuse me. But yeah, you can, I'm just, like I said, I'm just not the expert here on popping this into here so that it covers just the area that I want. And then for the QR code, it's the same thing, right? Import photos, dynamic. And then, yeah, I don't know. I'm obviously doing something wrong because the QR code is supposed to be just like a little thing, but you get the kind of the general idea. Yeah. Yeah. I used to be able to do that really well. In fact, I've done it actually. Yes, but it's been a while. Is a recording of this available on the platform? Yes, and it's on our YouTube channel. So if you go to marketing calendar, and it's also on our blog, but I'll point you to the YouTube channel under resources, YouTube. So if you just click right here, we also try to put it in the mastermind group as well. And you can always ask for it. So if you're in the mastermind group, just say, hey, where's that recording for cash offer or whatever we did? Yeah. All right. Everybody gonna have a good weekend. All right. Again, if you've got an open house, make sure you get to our school classroom. In fact, let me give you the link for that real quickly here because we got a lot of great resources. Oh, Chris, that's so funny. You're in, but I'm going to go boom, bing, copy. I'm going to drop that into the chat. Chris, I just added you, but we got 4 classrooms. The success framework, which is a little bit of a work in progress still. Expired, which is a banger. Open house, which I highly recommend. And that's what we're looking at right here. And for open house, and for all of you, start at the top, but you're going to see there's pre-open house, right? So there's pre-open house marketing, at the open house, post open house. So what do you do before the open house? We're running out of time. It's already Friday afternoon. You really want to start your open house marketing at Monday to Tuesday before, and then start preparing for the open house itself, right? Because we want to make this engaging where we print up a couple of these. We got our open house sign-in form. We've got the 100% home marketing plan, right? We have all of these items. So we're not coming Saturday morning and we're rushing around. No, I've got all this in my car. I've got it in a box. I've got it ready to go. I didn't have to think about it because I know it's right there in my car. It's in the trunk and in the box marked open house. I don't even have to, once I've started assembling the stuff, I don't have to assemble it every time because it's just there. So every time I go into an open house, I got to print my flyers for that open house and whatever I'm bringing as far as some food and drinks, right? That we talk about. In fact, food and drink. But yeah. So anyways, all right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I got to go because I got a couple of other calls this afternoon, but thank you so much for joining us. If you need anything, get with our support or get into the mastermind group. I love people posting in the mastermind group because that way you get more people to comment. I will comment and help you out as I can. It's just a little bit more engaging. If you just need something quick, like where is this, or support can be very helpful as well. All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.